What's up, everyone? Welcome to Power Play with CJ. Today we're going to focus in on the Carolina Hurricanes signing Ron Hainsey after losing Yoni Pitkanen for the season. Obviously, I talked about the Pitkanen injury when it happened. I mean, it could possibly be career-threatening, in terms of the ankle injury, and I've talked about my thoughts on hybrid icing versus touch-up and automatic, so, we know that. But I want to talk more about the transaction Rutherford made to solidify the blue line. I mean, he's the third new defenseman to add that has been added to Carolina. Obviously, Andre Sekera at the draft. I was there when that trade went down, and Mike Komisarek. And I guess they wanted to sign Hainsey earlier, but they couldn't have they didn't have an open roster spot, and he didn't want to take a tryout agreement, so it opened up out of necessity with Pitkanen going down. I think it's a solid move. You got to do what you got to do. On the blue line, Hainsey's a minute muncher, help you out defensively. I think he had 13 assists last year, no goals. So there's that to go off, and I think it's it is what it is. I'm not looking too deep into it. I don't know if this is a threat to Ryan Murphy making the team. I don't know. I would assume not. Obviously, I would assume they'd play different roles. But like I said, I've been a fan of Ron Hainsey for a long time. I actually remember when he was at UMASS-Lowell. He was point-a-game player up there, and then signed with the Habs, kind of became a journeyman, and then really had a couple of really good years with the Blue Jackets with Atlanta, and really hasn't scored a goal in 2 full seasons, but he's not a bad player, and I think he'll help out the Carolina blue line. He's played in excess of on average 20 minutes a night, and you need that, and I think if they take the right approach, piece it together. I think Justin Folk relied upon to play a lot of minutes, and I think given how good he is, that's warranted. He's one of the better, young defensemen in the game, and could easily be a U.S. Olympian. We'll see how that happens. But Carolina doesn't have a bad team. I think that the injuries last season, between Ward, Pitkanen, a couple other guys, really derailed them. But I just think with a full camp, and if they can iron the kinks out, really this team could be a surprise team. I just think it's a wait-and-see approach, and I think Ron Hainsey's, for $2 million is a good hit. Like I said, it is what it is. I wouldn't look too deep into him taking a roster spot of someone else, like Ryan Murphy, prospect, but it's something to keep an eye on, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, that's on this episode of the Power Play with CJ on the Carolina Hurricanes, signing Ron Hainsey for a 1-year, $2 million contract. Stay tuned for more episodes throughout the offseason and beyond. Later, guys.